Jason&Jabari.
Alrighty, what's up guys? This is Jason from the Jason and Jabari Gaming, and today we have wars number 9 and 10. The first war is against Nefty. They are very solid. Shout out to the homie UKM. That's been a long time buddy of mine. We speak from time to time, but yeah, he's an excellent YouTuber. But anyway, we're going to actually take the same fight. I forgot what node it is. But basically, I've taken this earlier on in the season. I think it was an Enchantress that I took with my Okoye. This time, we're actually going to be using an Ascended 6-star Quicksilver. Which, I mean, the fight you'll see, but like, at first I was like, what? Like, you want me to bring in what? So I was a little confused, but after talking about it, after watching the fight, okay, we all decided that it's going to be fine. And the synergy partner that I'm bringing in is Black Bolt for Quicksilver, because it I believe it helps out with his whiplash or something like that. I think I'm going to go to it. Yeah, so basically it increased the duration of non-damaging debuffs, aka his whiplash, by a certain percentage. I think it was 25% if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that though. But anyway, we're getting ready to go over to the node here, and we have a rank 4 Thanos, I believe. So that's why Quicksilver was selected. So basically, Thanos, the danger in Thanos is his unstoppable, right? So I'm supposed to get to 300 momentum with Quicksilver, and then at that point, we put a slow on Thanos, which means that we can get past his unstoppable. Quicksilver, I think, has like 13 hits on his combo. So the force charges will give us 8 force charges every time we cross over a 10 hit threshold or whatever. So that's really good for Quicksilver. The idea was to nuke this fight, basically bait out SP1s or bait out the SP2 if necessary, and just keep up my whiplash and then detonate, and that should be GG's. So like I said, we're gonna take this same exact fight in the next war against somebody else, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So basically that was the strat going in. So I'm going to heavy here, and then I'm going to back up a little bit but not corner myself, and then I'm going to combo him into, I think, a SP1, and then I'm going to back off again. I'm going to bait out this. I thought I was going to get super corner, but I didn't. But now that we're over 300 momentum, I can basically go in with no fear. And basically, again, we're just trying to build up to our SP2. We're going to launch that and rinse and repeat if necessary. I'm not going to throw off any SP1s here. And with the power stings, I really don't have to worry because my combos are over 10 hits. So the power sting really won't come into play. There, I pushed him to 2 bars. I am fine with baiting out SP2s with Thanos. I know some people are not, but I fight Thanos so often in Battlegrounds that it doesn't bother me to bait out his SP1 and or SP2. So a huge chunk of his health is gone, and that's just because we're getting so many force charges. We're at like 54 right now, so we're just basically bypassing his protections. And there I was late on getting out of the way of the heavy. He did kind of throw it out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting it, but that's 100% on me, and it does happen again. But yeah, he's dead. So it's a very fast fight, very safe fight if you know how to do the fight. So yeah, man, that was a very interesting and unique fight. I haven't done something like that in quite some time, especially with a R6 versus a R4. Normally wouldn't happen, but yeah, man, we got the solo, and we actually did end up beating Nefty, so shout out to them. And now we have the big bad #1 alliance team currently, which is GT40. And this is ongoing, so I will not know who's going to win or who's going to lose. I literally just did this fight 10 minutes ago, and they tried to pull a fast one. So Okoye and Quicksilver have lots of hits on their combo. I think Quicksilver is 13, Okoye can be 15, and if you ended a medium, then it's like 13 or something hits or whatever, 13, 14, somewhere around there. But yeah, so I opted to bring in Okoye, and this is why we do our duels, guys, because I noticed that when I was fighting my null, I wasn't gaining any more power after 1 bar. And there's a reason for that. I was like, does null have something that I didn't remember or something? I do like null, but I don't really play null, and I don't ever put him in my BD's deck. So as you see, this is a rank 4 Sig 200 null here, and GT40 is very smart about their placement. So I'm like, what is the deal here? And if you guys can see that it says every 10 hits on the combo meter, it lowers our combat power rate by 15, max 8 stacks. So he's going to lower our combat power rate by 120%. So that means we will gain no power. So I was like, oh snap. And it's a good thing I did do those duels, because now he's super dangerous, because now if he throws a special one, the only way to get out of his special ones is to, when his timer is about to expire, be throwing off a special. Well, you're not going to have a special. But he is, I think 60% bleed and poison resistance and 40% degen resistance. So we're going to max out bleed, deep wounds, we're going to max out assassin, and we're going to keep basically everything else the same. I always change my masteries to suit whatever need I have for my war fight. I mean, I do that in regular war anyway. That's just part of it. We're going to boost up here, and I am going to run a power back 200% just in case I throw off a SP2, but you'll see that's kind of a waste. But we did have the potential to get to 2 bars of power. In the actual fight, you only can get just over 1 bar of power, but when I talked to my officers and everything, we all agreed that a power star 1 was the play here. I am banking on my shocks and bleed to carry me throughout this fight. And yeah, so basically we're going to start off with a power star 1. We are boosted up, and again, the danger in this fight is him throwing off his special 1. So I'll stop some of my combos just shy of either pushing him to a special 1 or holding my block so he can throw off a heavy or something in order for me to get another opening to push him to 2 bars of power. Here we start off with a light attack because we ball, and I'm very comfortable with Okoye. So there I stop just shy of pushing him to a bar of power, and then I throw off my SP1 with the power star 1. I instantly hold block, hoping he doesn't throw off his special 1. Then we go ahead and we push him over the 2 bars, and we bait out our first special 2. Everything's going okay so far. And here I'm getting ready to throw off my first special 1. The power sting was on me, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. I hold block again. There I get hit with the heavy, just like I did with Thanos, except for that time I was trying to bait out the heavy. I just moved too slow. That's on me. No big deal, but you see the shocks and the bleeds are really ticking them down, and they go up with the force charges. Guys, we have 73 force charges right now 88. So you can still nuke null down, but you have to understand that the SP1 is the huge danger. So your biggest asset here is your relic, which can extend your combos to push him back to a 2nd bar of power, which you guys saw I just utilized there. So definitely want to use your relic to your advantage if you can. Here I just back up and wait for him to come to me, because I'm not trying to hit his block to push him to 1 bar for him to throw it. And here I know this is going to push him to 2 bars, because yeah, I did my duels like you guys are supposed to do your duel. So I knew it was going to push him to 2 bars. Here we're baiting this out here. So I kind of get caught on the tail end there, which was a little weird, but I could have finished off my combo, got to my striker, but I didn't want to risk it for real. But here I do use my striker to push him to 2 bars and then heavy. And at this point I know I'm going to kill him. I know even if I eat combos at this point, it's still fine. I don't anymore, but as you can see, I haven't gained any more power and I'm not going to, which was fine. So at this combo, I think this gets ready to kill him. I think he throws off a few hits and then he just drops. So that's my war. Hopefully we can win this one. I doubt it, but we'll see. Like and subscribe. Let me know what you think about these fights. Let me know how your war season is going, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.